Amelia Earhart was a pioneering aviator and feminist icon who disappeared while attempting to fly around the world in 1937. Despite extensive search efforts and investigations, her fate remains unknown to this day, making her disappearance one of the most famous unsolved mysteries of all time. This article will explore the events leading up to Amelia Earhart's disappearance, the search efforts that followed, and the various theories and hypotheses that have been put forward to explain what may have happened to her. Background: Amelia Earhart was born in Atchison, Kansas, in 1897, and showed an early interest in aviation. She began flying lessons in 1921 and quickly made a name for herself as a skilled and daring pilot. In 1928, she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, as a passenger on a flight piloted by Wilmer, Stultz and Louis Gordon. This achievement made her an instant celebrity and launched her career as an aviator. Over the next decade, Earhart continued to break records and push the boundaries of aviation. She set numerous speed and distance records, and in 1932, became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. She also became a vocal advocate for women's rights and a symbol of feminist empowerment, using her platform as a celebrity to promote gender equality and encourage women to pursue their dreams. In 1937, Earhart embarked on her most ambitious project yet, a round-the-world flight that would take her and her navigator, Fred Noonan, across the equator and through some of the most challenging terrain on the planet. The flight. Earhart and Noonan began their journey on June 1, 1937, departing from Miami, Florida, in a Lockheed Electra airplane. Their route took them across South America, Africa, Asia, and the Pacific, with several stops along the way to refuel and make repairs. They encountered numerous challenges and setbacks, including bad weather, engine trouble, and communication difficulties. Despite these obstacles, Earhart and Noonan made steady progress and reached Lai, New Guinea, on June 29. From there, they planned to fly to Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the Pacific Ocean, where they would refuel before continuing on to Hawaii. However, things did not go as planned. On the morning of July 2, Earhart and Noonan took off from Lai and set a course for Howland Island, which was approximately 2,556 miles away. They were supposed to arrive at Howland around midday, but as the hours passed, there was no sign of their plane. Search efforts. When Earhart and Noonan failed to arrive at Howland Island, a massive search and rescue effort was launched. The United States Navy dispatched several ships and planes to scour the Pacific for any sign of the missing aviators. The search covered over 250,000 square miles of ocean, but no wreckage or debris was found. Despite the lack of tangible evidence, the search continued for weeks, with planes and ships combing the area for any trace of Earhart and Noonan. The search was eventually called off on July 19, 1937, after more than 2 weeks of fruitless effort. Theories and hypotheses. In the decades since Earhart's disappearance, numerous theories and hypotheses have been put forward to explain what may have happened to her and Noonan. Some of the most popular and widely discussed include: 1. Crash and sink. One theory is that Earhart's plane simply ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. In this scenario, the plane would have sunk to the bottom of the ocean, leaving no trace behind. This theory is supported by the fact that Earhart and Noonan were flying over a remote and treacherous area of the Pacific, where rescue and recovery efforts would have been difficult. 2. Nikumaroro Island. Another theory. Amelia Earhart's disappearance is one of the most famous unsolved mysteries of all time. Earhart was a pioneering female aviator who disappeared in 1937 while attempting to fly around the world. Despite extensive searches over the years, no trace of her or her plane has ever been found. One theory is that Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, crashed into the Pacific Ocean and perished. However, some believe that they may have survived a crash landing and become stranded on a deserted island. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for this theory is a piece of aircraft debris found on Nikumaroro Island in the Pacific Ocean. The debris is consistent with the type of plane that Earhart was flying, and there are also reports of human remains being found on the island. In recent years, a team of experts has conducted an extensive search of Nikumaroro Island using advanced technology. They believe that they have found evidence of an old campsite that could have been used by Earhart and Noonan. However, conclusive proof of their presence on the island has yet to be found. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, many believe that the Nikumaroro Island theory is the most plausible explanation for Earhart's disappearance. It is a tantalizing mystery that has captured the public's imagination for decades and will likely continue to do so for years to come. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, and like for more updates on mysteries.